And we're live. Hello.
Hi.
Welcome to Mary
Hi,
with DC.
everyone.
Hello, Mary. Hey, Brooke.
Hey guys. How you doing? Nice to see ya.
It's nice to see
Good.
you too.
How are you? Now, where are you? I know you're out of town, Mary. Where are you?
I'm in Washington D.C. I'm up here for Spirit Fest, and which happens tomorrow and Sunday. So I'm up in Washington. Woohoo! Nation's capital. I had no
How's
idea
the
it was
weather?
so pretty. It was beautiful today, but they're calling for rain this weekend. So
That's how it was here. It was supposed to thunderstorm all day, and it hasn't.
It
wow,
was yesterday though. It was really
really?
rainy yesterday. Here
I
at
heard
least.
I heard there's a lot of rain in Florida. I don't know. I was just told it was raining. But yeah, up in Washington. So yeah. So actually I took a detour. I went to the Smithsonian today and and spent a couple of hours looking at some beautiful things like the Hope Diamond and some dead birds.
Dead bird.
And crystals and gemstones. So I went to the Natural History Museum of the Smithsonian. And I wish I had had more time to see more stuff, but had to zoop over to the Spirit Fest venue and set up, and then went to Wegmans. That was my first time ever going to Wegmans, guys. Never been to Wegmans. I've ordered from them before, but I never
I don't
went.
know.
Oh,
Wow.
incredible grocery store.
Oh,
Wegmans, come to Florida. You know,
I'm-
actually, I've been in one. I think in New York, or was that Cinderella? That was Cinderella. But just incredible.
is it pretty pricey?
Oh my gosh,
Yeah, it's like a Harrods or
That's what I was thinking.
it's like a Harrods. Super, super. I mean, I got some stinky cheese. I got some. I got some fake pate and some bread, and I was craving something green, anything green, okay, that I could just shove into my mouth like spinach or something. And I'm in a hotel. There's no place to cook the stuff, so I got this, green giant spinach souffle or whatever it was, probably loaded with crap. And haven't eaten it, and I got some organic cherries. $100.
What?
what?
Yeah,
Damn.
$100. $100. Give me $1. Isn't that crazy? Yeah. So
How many meals
Washington
do you think you
D.C.
can get out of it?
If I eat a quarter of each, it could probably last me through the weekend. But I had 2 bowls of cherries.
Okay.
That'll be done by tomorrow. But yeah, so so I have to show you this. So I went by, like I said, the Smithsonian, and I'm in the basement, and I'm walking through to go to another exhibit. I wanted to go see the gemstones and stuff, or I think it was the dinosaurs, but I had to walk through the basement of a collection of all kinds of birds. Okay, like all different kinds, from eagles to this owl, different kinds of owls, and I can pick up on their souls. Okay, so when I go through paintings, I know whether or not there's a spirit attached to it, their spirit. Okay, happens with art. I can tell whether or not the artist is still there in the picture, in spirit form, if it's in statues, and if it's in stuffed dead birds like this guy. Because in this live photo, when I press on it, and mind you, there was only a very tall woman, very tall. She's like 8 feet tall, with a baby that was like 6 feet tall. They didn't, Swedes or something. They didn't say a word. Not one word. We were waiting on the elevator, and I saw this owl, and I said, oops, his soul is still in his body, even though it's stuffed. Here we go.
Wow.
Oh, hang on. Hang on. Wait. It's telling me to fuck off. Can I say that? Oh, well, I just did.
Oh, yeah, you can.
Here we
You
go
can-
again. Okay, here we go again. Live photo.
I heard that.
Hear
Yep. Yep.
I'm like, really? Sometimes spirits will say that to me.
Oh, you've had some bullies with that.
Here's another one. Listen to this.
That sounds
Out.
scary.
It's saying out, not of merit or something.
So they're trying to get you to go away?
Yeah, some of them are. And then some of them are, let's see. What was this one? This one was like a bird call. Hang on, let's see what kind of. This was live. Oh, this is one I played for Jason a few minutes ago. Listen to the music. Okay, these are all stuffed ant birds. You hear that? And listen.
Who's that?
He's going Randall. There's
Randall?
a dead kid named Randall. Listen again, and you hear the woo.
That sounds really dark.
That's a child that's obviously dead that wanted me to know his name. And that is a bird call that you heard, guys, coming out of dead birds in the Smithsonian. I know when they're there. I know when the soul is there. So I took a picture of it.
I'm more interested in the Amazon and the elevator. Were they? Did you get it pick up? Or was there anyone in, were they?
No, we had we took the stairs. We did take one elevator. And I didn't spray myself after I came out of there. So with my spray, okay. So I sprayed myself right before the show. Jason saw me. Jason's in the photo. So do you have the before picture and the after picture? It's a good thing I sprayed myself. I lit up afterwards. I lit up. So, but anyway, if I didn't send it to you, I'll get it to you. We could always show you on next week's show. But
Can show you. I think we should do you know what works best is a video.
Yeah.
In a stationary where it's not moving, and then just spray it and stay, because
yeah. Right. Okay.
I'm just saying these are yeah, hold on. Bear with me.
Let me see. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna do it right now. Hang on. Yeah.
Yeah, you are lightening up your cheeks.
Wow. So I'll send that to your, I don't know how long it is, 22 seconds. May not let me send it to to your.
Try WhatsApp, because you can usually send larger files that way.
Yeah, I have to do Google Drive.
Okay.
That's the only way I can send it. So
Well, I know
before,
when you send me things through that, the resolution's better. So
yeah,
yeah,
I'll do that.
because the text it chops it up. So
Okay, and it'll be labeled spray.
okay, and then if just
MB.
so I updated this. I'm still working on.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's the spray that I use. That's the spray Brooke's got, Jason's got. Does your spray top still work, Brooke?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did yours stop working?
No, mine works, but Jason said his stopped, so I'll have to get
It
some more
gets
out.
stuck. Yeah.
Get stuck. Okay, so anyway, guys, what do we have for the show tonight?
You have
Well, the main thing is predictions.
Oh yeah.
We got those. And then I think we're gonna start off with boundaries or people that are coming find out that they have a gift. You know,
Right,
you
so
kind of
yeah, if you have a gift, okay, so what's next? Because I get this question all the time at Spirit Fest. I said I would look at someone like the guy down at the front counter here at the Hampton Inn at Dulles Airport. I looked at him and I said, "My God, you have a gift." And he goes, "I do." And he goes, "But I don't really know what to do with it." Uh-huh. I get that so many times.
mhm.
And some of them are like, "I have a gift. I don't know what kind of gift, but I have a gift." And I'm like, I think everybody kind of knows what their gift is, like they're experiencing it, but they don't have a label for it. Um, but before we ever get into, okay, what kind of psychic are you? What kind of empath are you? What kind of medium? Are you a spiritual, physical medium? We got to get into, you have a gift. What's next? What now? What happens next? Well, you got to set boundaries. Okay. Because you'll never be able to use your gift in peace if you do not set boundaries. Has anybody
When
had
you,
problems with that before?
well, when you just being aware of it, it's like you open yourself up to being attracting
Mm-hmm.
unwanted guests or unwanted attention.
Right.
So just part of it though is being like kind of like being okay with yourself, like kind of having a good positive and
Yeah.
a strong sense of self. And that's when that's usually, but it usually takes that to be able for your gift to kind of like take off.
Right.
And then but yeah, I mean, and the thing is with me, I've always known, like I've used clearing and keep
Right.
myself
That's
good,
clearing your energy field.
but protection too, and
Right.
not
Yeah.
like
Right. Okay. So setting energetic boundaries with a psychic gift involves establishing clear guidelines for what you allow into your energy field. Okay. That means saying, I just found out I had a gift, Tommy, who died in 1872, who's standing in front of me. You are not allowed in this room. I just found out I have a gift. I don't know how to use it. You guys need to go away. You need to find someone else who has a gift that can help you. I can't help you because I just found out I have a gift and I don't know how to use it. So go away, leave me alone. And then, so that's learning how to say no. And how it also includes defining how you choose to tap into your psychic abilities. Okay. You can stay in the shadows all your life, like I had to do because of where I grew up and what I did for my living, but you have to establish, the first part is clear guidelines of what you're going to allow into your energy field. I'm telling you, when I see clients, okay, and when they walk up to me, there's a train of trauma that happens with them. They carry it around with them. All of this crap is in their energy field, okay? Like I guess you could call it, it's not really your aura, it's your energy field. We all have energy fields around us. It's like this is what glows, okay, especially with people with gifts. And so
Mhm.
anything can climb into your energy field, anything, dead people, dead animals, negativity from your neighbor. We all carry this around. So the first step is setting clear guidelines as to what you're going to allow into your energy field. And especially if you don't know how to use your gift, you have to set up boundaries. And first, clarify your purpose. Clarify your purpose. I intend to learn how to use my gift, but not today, which means you have to go energy, dead person in my room, in my hotel room. You have to go. I cannot help you today. I've got other people I have to help. You got me?
Yeah, and writing it down will help too. If it because
Right.
remember, for me, it sounded kind of to put it out and kind of work it out on paper and then reading from the paper. But it's like just putting forth your intent and really from your heart mean it.
Right. Yeah, you have to. Like, I mean, you could have some really bad spirits say, oh, she's got a gift. We're going to follow her. And they have bad intentions. And so they hang around in your energy field. You start getting sick. Because if they hang around in your energy field, people, then they can work themselves into even deeper, which we're going to go into next week, of possessions and exorcism. Okay. You don't want energies latching onto you in your energy field. So the first thing is to clarify your purpose. I am a psychic medium. I cannot help you with my gift until I learn how to use my gift. You must go. Okay. And setting intentions where you want to receive psychic messages. If you know what you are, like you're an empath or you're a medium or you're psychic and you're ready to accept, some psychic energy in, you have to set your intentions. You can only deliver a message and then you got to leave, is what I tell them. Tell me what you want me to say and then step back. Okay. I'm here to receive messages from you because I know how to use my gift. And if you go over the boundaries I set as a human being, and I'm talking to the dead person, okay, then I'm going to clear you. You're gone. You got me? So you have to set exactly how I say it. Okay. Boundaries. You can't be timid about it. Okay. If you have a gift and you want to receive psychic messages, you cannot be timid about dealing with the other side because they will hound you. They will bombard you
Well,
constantly.
they're subtle and sneaky.
They're
It's like
very,
that.
yeah.
It's like I train my like retrain my. You know how like you'll say, "Oh, I'm so stupid." I would counteract that with, "No, I'm not." I just said that out of frustration. But if you have to be
Yeah.
positive. You have
Right.
to really.
That's really hard to do, like to go
It
back
is, but
into
it
your
takes.
psyche and retrain your thought process.
Right.
It's hard.
But
Right.
it's essential, or else you're gonna. It's just gonna come. Yeah, it's kind of like
Oh, it is. I mean, probably
due diligence.
affirmations,
Yeah.
put stuff on the mirror, like, you're beautiful, or like smile, stuff like that, because sometimes we should really take the advice that we give to other people. We don't
Right.
we don't take our own advice.
Right. And suppose, okay, so let's say you have a boss who constantly berates you. Okay. So that goes into your psychic energy. Okay. So the very first thing is you have to set energetic boundaries. Nothing negative can go into your energy field, whether you're psychic or gifted or not. Nothing, and this works great for normal humans. Okay. Nothing can go into your energy field. Nothing. You want to keep it clear. And how I do that, so that's the very first step. We're setting boundaries. I throw up 4 white walls with a peephole and a roof over it. And I call it my God's house, my God's box. Okay. So if I feel like I'm going into something dark, I just throw up the white wall. I stand there. I stand there and I practice throwing up 4 white walls, a roof over the head. I can hear the roof going bam, and a peephole so I can look out of it. And I'm in my God box. Or how else I do it is I throw my, those big bubbles that you see on the beach and people are in the clear bubbles walking on the water, and it turns. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Put yourself in one of those psychically. Okay. This is God's bubble. This is an energetic white light bubble from the creator. Okay. Just imagine that big beach bubble coming around you.
From your heart though.
Yeah.
Like that's the center of it's, imagine that's the power source.
Right. Okay. But I have to use my crown where my gift is to imagine this. Okay. And it comes out and it totally covers me, and it's white light and it's good. There's nothing bad can touch me. That's another way to do it. Or how I have done it is strictly through my faith. Now, if you have a gift, if you and there are Buddhist, there are Hindu, there's Catholics, there's Muslims, different people with different gifts. For me personally, when I walked into the Missouri State Pen when I was filming for Anthony Rogers, as the door opened, you could hear a dead prisoner in that penitentiary go, "Here comes the Holy Woman." And got that on camera, because before I go into someplace really demonic or bad, I throw up 12-foot crosses in front of me, behind me, and on either sides. And I've got everything having to do with faith on my body, in a crucifix, a card with Jesus on it that I put in my bra up against my heart. Okay. Anything, and these are my my religious things that I believe in, and it has literally saved me. I can't tell you how many countless times I've had demons follow me from a crime scene and stay with me for 6 months, and I was at the jumping off point. I was sick. I felt like giving up, because constantly yelling in my ear, "Help, help, help, help," screaming going on. And I didn't protect myself after I left a crime scene. I didn't sage myself. I didn't spray myself. I just got in the car and left, not realizing they were sitting in the back seat. Okay. And so when you're dealing with a demonic entity that is trying to escape judgment and jumps on you as a psychic, okay, then what you have to do is you're going to have to tell them you're going to call the bigger demons in to come collect their ass, because they didn't do what they were supposed to do when they were living. And it works. It does. So anyway, set boundaries, okay? I want you to clear your energy field and set boundaries before you even start using a gift. And then once you realize, okay, Brooke, I am an empath. Okay. I'm an empath. Okay. So I'm going to start using my gift. And then, okay, so to the spirit realm, they just heard that. So all of a sudden, whammo, you're overloaded with emotions. What you didn't do is clarify your purpose. Once you start saying your psychic practice, the first thing you have to do is clarify your purpose. Okay. In other words, to achieve your psychic abilities, decide what you want to achieve with your psychic abilities and how you want to use them. And then you say that to the universe. I'm an empath. I only want to deliver spiritual, happy messages, or pick up on happy feelings. You have to clarify it. Okay, Jason, you are a psychic empath. Okay, so I want you, so what would you say?
A lot of it is just my intent, like like my purpose. I'm very like it's
Clearly define, like,
yeah. I mean, I don't. Well, when I go into it, it's the reason is not for me. It's usually to help. It's kind of like
okay. So when you define your psychic practice, okay, like Brooke goes, I'm a psychic empath. Jason goes, I'm a psychic and an empath. Okay. Then you have to clarify your purpose. Okay, that's what I am. And then you set your intentions. Okay, meaning clearly define when and where you want to receive psychic messages. I'm not receiving them at my mom's house. I'm not receiving them in this hotel room. You got me?
well, usually when I'm at my parents, I'm working. It's just strictly all focused on my mom. So that is my sole purpose, is to make sure that I'm reading her. I'm making sure that she is able to express herself without, and I'm not calling her out in a mean way, but I know my mom. I know, so those are my intentions, is to be, help her and reassure her. And that's
and you have blinders on to anything else. But spirit doesn't. So you have to say, okay, like you tell your babies, okay, I'm going to, Nana's house now. I'll be back. You have to say that to spirit.
Oh yeah, I tell them, like, every time I leave, I'm like, okay, yep.
Yeah,
going to
you have
Mimi
to say,
welcome up.
okay, I'm going to Washington to Spirit Fest. You can catch me there at the venue if you want me to pass a message. Don't show up in my hotel room. Because
a lot of mine though is like it also is with emotions. It's the feeling. I project the feeling that I want.
Right.
It's kind of like a multifaceted. It's not really, sometimes I'll put words. Sometimes it's hard to just put as, it's kind of like a whole package.
Right. Okay. So, and then the third thing, okay, when you realize you have a gift and you are going to define your practice, is to establish guidelines, like determine what types of energy you are willing to work with. Like, Amy Allen on, on that TV show. Yeah, years ago. Right. She worked with a lot of bad energy because she ran into it. There are some who won't even talk or deal with bad energy. Okay. What was that? What was that? What was that noise?
Do you have company?
What was that noise? Did you hear it? Oh my God.
What did it sound like to you?
Out.
Case in point.
Case in point, guys.
There.
It was like a really deep voice. And it was like right here. Oh my God.
I'm sorry.
So you see what I mean? You see what I mean? Okay. All right. So that was okay. So the very first thing, when you define your psychic practice, okay. number one, first of all, don't let anything into your energy field until you define your psychic practice. Set up boundaries. Say no. Say, I don't know how to use my gift yet. Leave me alone. And then once you define your psychic practice, you're going to clarify your purpose, you're going to set intentions, and you're going to establish guidelines. Like I just said it, and they just totally ignored me. This is how diligent they are on the other side.
Hmm.
Okay. Okay. So, and then how are we going to protect our energy field? The bubble on the beach. Okay. You're in that protective bubble. I put up my 4 white walls and my white roof with a little peephole, my God box. I put up 12-foot golden crosses in front of me and behind me and on either side. Okay, that's how I protect my energy. And there are other ways too, right, Jason? Right?
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Of course,
Sage.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sage,
Sage.
Palo Santo.
Right. Crystals, right, Jason?
Crystals, yep. I have a lot of crystals. Cleansing, like as far as like I will do a bath.
Mm-hmm.
Like but I envision like a golden kind of like almost like a force field. I guess it's the best way
Yeah.
to just like a force field.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like a triangle with it on top of a triangle, which creates a cube inside and it oscillates, and then it expands around my house, basically. So it's
Okay, so that's really advanced.
well, I mean, I mean, yeah, and it works. I mean,
Yeah.
because I can usually tell if something is external as opposed to internal.
Right.
And
Yeah.
lately, there's a lot of external influences, like where you just all of a sudden I'm like, wait, that's not me. Like, why all of a sudden I'm feeling this way? Or
Right.
but then I
Yeah.
Boundaries with people, Mary, like so for instance, when people know that you're an empath, a
Right.
lot of times people will kind of use that to their advantage. And like
Right.
especially, and I know Jason, well, you too, both of you guys have this issue. Like you're kind. It's like you're too kind,
Yeah.
and you both are healers. We're all healers. We want to help. But then it's, you know, having a hard time telling people no.
Yeah.
And
I used to.
and so, well, I mean, I'm getting better at it, but like I had an experience this past fall, and it was going into last summer too. Jason even experienced it. Like I was around some people that had addiction, and they had
Ooh.
spirits that attached
Oh yeah.
around me,
Mhm.
and I wasn't doing. I wasn't partaking in these substances, but I think a lot of these times that these
They can
people
latch on to you. They see you as fresh
that's
meat.
that's what they were doing. So it's kind of like and Jason had noticed I was at his house. I left and I told him I had been feeling weird. I told you both that I was feeling weird in
Yeah.
a glass. He actually has
Right.
a camera of it, like
Uh-huh.
like a geist, like threw itself across the wall. That was scary. I was
That's
afraid to
scary.
go over there, so I've been kind of like hunkering down and not going places because I don't want to infect. Is that a good word for it? Or, like bring
Wow.
whatever's going on around me to somebody else. That's not
Well,
fair.
I mean, because what'll happen is that they will, and people so people who are alcoholics, who do drugs, have opened up a doorway, okay, to negativity. And what comes with that can be bad spirits that will attach to you. I have seen this time and time again. And literally, they work a cord into you. And if they attach to you long enough, it can be possession. Okay.
Mhm.
So, hey, is that Jeff? Hey, Jeff. Yeah. Hey, Jeff. So,
Jeff just picked up the, Alex is home from U of M, so she just walked in and he said hi.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool. So, miss you, Jeff. So anyway, so yeah, so attachments, cords, this is not something that you want, because ultimately that could lead to possession. And a lot of people don't realize they have attachments. But if you're around that negative atmosphere, any attachment that is on someone that could easily jump to you. It's just
Well,
like
in
I'm
my
in a public.
experience, it stayed, and I could
Mhm.
feel it. I
Oh
could
yeah.
feel when this stuff was going on, and like
Mhm.
it's like feeling you're weighed down, like you're oppressed.
Yeah.
That's the best, you're oppressed, and
Yeah. Very
it makes you
impressed.
depressed. It makes you depressed
It
because, like,
does. Yeah. Because you can't get out of it. You can't.
yeah,
And so, like, for instance, and it was only from God that I did this. Those bad spirits that committed serial killings that stayed with me, I realized I finally had enough, and I said, "You." They wanted me to cross them. They wanted the easier, simpler way to upstairs. I couldn't cross them no matter how hard I tried. And no matter how hard I tried, it would never have happened, because they weren't good people in life. And so, they were serial killers. They killed tiny little girls, hundreds of them, 30 of them, and men and other women. And I said, the only way that you could get crossed by me is if you go and make amends to every person you killed. And then and only then will I think about crossing you. But until that time, and if you bother me another minute, I'm calling those demons I took a picture of standing there waiting for you, and you ran away from them. I will call them in to come collect your asses if you don't get your butt back to the crime scene and make amends. Gone. I mean, we're dealing with they were so earthbound. You could smell them,
Yeah.
you could I could smell them. I could hear them day in, day out. And I mean business, because I will. I'm a hard ass when it comes to things like that. I really am. You have to
Mhm.
be. The bad ones will destroy you. That's why you have to set up boundaries. If you don't know what your gift is, set up boundaries. If you know what your gift is, then
And know your limits too.
know
Know
your
what you can
limits.
handle, and like there's certain things I will not, like media I will not consume at night,
Right.
because I
Yeah.
can watch it, but no. Just
We were working on the possessions thing.
mhm.
I got sick.
Yeah.
I was working on it. We were going to do it this broadcast, and I'm like, I can't do it. I kept getting nauseous and nauseous every time I would look at anything that said possession. I can't
Mhm.
look at somebody who's possessed. I can't. Automatically, it's like I want to run. And so I had to put that episode off, guys. I couldn't do it.
It's hard to
Absolutely.
look at them. I
It's
mean,
hard. It's hard
Oh,
to talk about it for me or look at it,
oh, for
because
sure.
I am so faith-based. It's, that's what guides me. And so anyway, okay, so now that you know your psychic abilities, you want to clarify your purpose to them. Okay. You want to set your intentions, and you want to establish guidelines. And how you protect your energy field that you're gifted is, the God house, the bubble, the crosses. Some people even say a cell wall. Cell, that's so negative. Why would you even want to go into a cell wall, a prison cell? No. A God box, a white light box, a white lighthouse. Okay.
Well,
And
it's that
then,
imagery,
yeah,
like,
it's
yeah,
imagery.
white,
Right. Right. And
yeah.
then how you develop They call it a strong energy body. What is that fucking noise? What?
Oh, I just heard
I
something.
heard whispering.
I just heard it too. I heard something.
I heard whispering. Just did you hear whispering?
I did hear whispering. I don't know.
My God.
Hey, who's ever effing with Mary, I will chew you up and spit out the seeds. I've had a bad day. Go
Okay.
home.
All right. Okay.
You said room service? Yeah.
I know,
No.
right? Right.
Did you put the do not disturb?
Right. There are other psychics that just checked into this hotel for Spirit Fest. Please go find them. Please leave me alone. Okay. All right. Now we're gonna and then oh my gosh. Okay, so now the next step is you're gonna communicate your boundaries. You have to be assertive and you have like no, you are. Do you hear that?
Oh.
So you got to learn to say no.
What do you hear, Mary?
I keep hearing.
What?
That's pretty
What?
distracting.
What?
Hey, what
I
about
keep
that?
hearing.
Hawk and a loogie.
Oh my God. Okay. Stop. I'm going to pull out my Bible. Okay. So, anyway, so you have to communicate clearly, you have to be assertive, and you have to learn to say no. And how do you get rid of negative energy? Grounding and release. Okay. Regular practice. Walk among nature. Buy some, is it malachite? Malachite or, yeah, malachite, obsidian, but doing yoga, doing meditation, spending time in nature. You got to ground yourself to get rid of negative energy. Okay.
Walks, right? And like I've heard that
Walks in nature.
Clogs are really good because, like obviously you can feel the ground underneath you when you're wearing the clogs. That's why a lot of people wear the clogs, but I've heard that too.
Okay. All right. I've never heard about clogs. Now I've heard about going and walking in nature.
Barefoot's best.
Okay. Yeah. Barefoot, sitting on the ground. We're live on YouTube. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. Well, guys, you've just heard a spirit in my hotel room. I'm up in Washington, D.C. for Spirit Fest. And this is crazy. So this is a crazy episode. Yeah. So these are the practices that you have to put into place. Anybody have any comments?
What would you say to somebody who's developing their gifts, but they have a lot of like negative influence? Well, like the people, like, you know my story.
Yeah.
Is it best to do what I've been doing, kind of secluding? Or
no, you're isolating, but you need to
for like 6 months.
Okay, so like if you guys have family members or friends that are doing things that don't jive with your karma, your cosmic energy, your psychic energy, remove yourself. Okay, cleanse yourself, sage, Palo Santos, holy water, or my spray. Okay.
Which I have some, by the way.
Yeah.
We do need to plug that.
Yeah, and we will.
Yeah. I'm having
yeah, everybody's got one, right? So
I'm having a little bit of technical issues right now, but yeah.
Oh, you are? Oh, okay.
with your spray bottles or just in general?
No, just the same. Yeah.
Oh,
I
okay.
tend to. My field tends to do weird things to my electronics.
Oh, yeah.
I
Mine
know.
too.
Um,
Yeah.
we're live right now, and that's not what I did.
Oh, wow. Wow.
What?
Oh, serious? We're live? I thought we were just
No,
filming it.
we've been live this whole time.
Holy cow. Okay, well,
We were pre-recording because Mary, yeah.
That's
So
what I
this would be a
thought we were
rerun.
too, but I mean, you did say, okay, we're going.
wow,
Well,
you
no,
didn't do
everybody.
it. So your energy did that. That's crazy.
I
Okay.
believe
Well, I
it.
do the same thing around computers. Do you, Brooke?
Yes, computers, cell phones, my phone, especially if I'm going through like a time, like my
Right.
battery will drain in like, a third, like so much faster than it would normally. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
normally I could have a charge for 2 hours, it'd be like 20 minutes. I'm like, what happened?
Well, yeah. Okay. And spirit can do that too. So if anybody has attachments or spirits around them, protect your battery, plug it in. Okay.
I don't. That's usually not my things. It's like weird glitchy things. Like when I was trying to edit your photo the other day, it wouldn't let me. It was like, nope.
Really?
It was doing things that it doesn't repeat itself. It's not the software, meaning it's
Wow.
not. Yeah.
No, Jason, you've
Wow.
been talking about energetics for the longest time, and I would feel it. But then when, you guys met, like, Jason, you just have gifts that are really mess with electronics.
Yeah.
Anything
Mhm.
around cell
And
phones, TV,
and
YouTube.
Jason can oh yeah,
Yeah.
and Jason's gift, if he gets mad, you've got to keep your emotions in check because your gift will create a poltergeist. Okay. So
Oh yeah.
you have to be really, really careful with your gift. I mean, it's a great gift to have. Can you
Oh,
shut? Yeah.
I've
So,
had yeah, I've had some crazy things. Like I've had the kitchen, like all this stuff was like swirling around me.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
as soon as I calmed myself, it all fell to the floor. Oh
It all
yeah.
falls. I've seen
Yeah.
that. I've actually seen
Mhm.
that before where the psychic energy is all swirling
It
around.
swirls and yeah.
I've
Now,
Now if
seen
I
that
could
that.
used
learn
to
how to
happen to me as a kid, but it happens to Jason all the time. It's like,
Right.
I don't want to
if
say
I'm
oh
really
my
having one of
dad's
those
not
days in my field, I'll go. It'll be one of those days I'll go to pick up something and I'll knock it over before I can grab it.
Yeah. 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 And my energy gets in my way. Like I'm super clumsy. Super, super clumsy. Yeah. And it's
Well,
like things fall over. Things fall
mhm.
over all the time.
That's
Um,
why I laugh it off. I used to like swear and get all pissy, but I laugh it off now, and it usually will subside if it's that kind of thing.
yeah.
But I can't use this speech to text on my electronics
Yeah.
in
I
the
can't.
car. In the car, it knows I'm in the car. It's like, nope, we're not going to work today. Or it'll say
Right.
something like it will come out will be like, I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah. The same thing. That happened to me
when
the
I was
whole
at your
way
house.
up here.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Well, I was at Jason's house. I'd stay the night, and
Uh-huh.
sometimes I would turn it on to music because I'm sick. I like to watch Dateline before bed, but then I would turn it to like music, and then it would switch back, or it would go to static screen, and I'm like, I didn't touch anything.
Oh wow. Okay.
I'm just in his on his
Right.
couch. Like, where are you sitting right now?
So so
It's
that's energy that we're not controlling. That's just bammo. That's we're allowing to fly here, fly there, fly there. So people who have gifts that concentrate in the metaphysical energy field. Okay. So you need to suck in all of that excess energy. Okay. And channel it in towards your gift. In other words, I see people that have giant energy fields swarming behind them like a Tasmanian devil or up above them. It's like we have to channel all of that energy back into self and then redirect it into our gifts, because that's just loose energy, guys, flying around. And you're going to hurt somebody with it. You're going to pick up something with it. Okay. So we have to pull it in. And that means if you have to sit down and be in a calm, quiet area, just imagine sucking up all of your energy and taking it and channeling it through your gift, your crown, whether you're a healer, channel it through your hands. Okay. And that's energy control. Took me a long time to get the knack of that one. Really did.
Animals help a lot.
Yeah, animals
too.
Yeah.
Oh my
yeah, that's why I've got 10 fur babies.
That haven't crossed
and I
over.
Missed them. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Right.
I was looking for stray dogs and cats today to take home.
No, they find you. They scout you out. They'll find you and they'll just show up, and Mary's not going to turn away an animal that's suffering or needs love or food.
No, I know. Absolutely. The whole way up. If I see a baby, I'm pulling over. I let my intentions be known to spirit. If we see a baby, we are pulling over. Okay. And so I didn't see a baby because they're like, no, Mary, you're going to cause a traffic accident. So we're not going to put any out there for you to see. So, anyway, okay, guys. So that is really the second show on, because the first show was Barbara with her astrology. So, do we have time for predictions tonight, or are we out?
Well, I was thinking, since we're almost at an hour, if we could go ahead and record it, like actually record it, and then and then we'll air it on Sunday. So it'll give.
Okay.
We'll have two different things.
Idea.
It'll just be another. Are you up for that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's good.
Let's do it.
So we're gonna. It's an hour, so we're gonna go ahead and stop this stream. Okay, so let's talk let's plug everything, but just pretend, hey everyone, the normal.
Yeah.
And Mary has an official site now. Well, she's had it, but I mean it's so
revamped.
MaryTheMedium.com. So everyone check that out. You can book readings on there. You can buy the spray, and then find out. She's got a little bit of a bio on there.
Sure do.
And you have some more clips coming from the documentary, right?
Right. Yeah. Sure do.
So.
Oh, I need to be filled in about that.
That'll be exciting. But I can. That looks like it was a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
no,
I mean, I've got
several predictions. That's like a whole show right there, guys. Like the predictions, and then when you elaborate on them, and that's a whole show.
There's so many of them.
Right.
Yeah.
And I haven't familiarized myself with the predictions, so I want to do that.
Okay.
But,
I predict we'll do that soon.
Using your gifts, I see.
Do we have a word from our?
No, I just had it written. Yeah, a word from our sponsor.
Yeah. Do we have any?
Well, this we have.
One, or is this like?
No, I don't know.
Frankie, apothecary.
Yes. No, it's been I've been at my parents until yesterday, so it's been a busy week, but just a lot going on.
Right.
Yeah.
So we got Frankie and
Same.
Lord's Apothecary, guys. It's a spiritual cleansing spray I made up, so you don't have to keep spending money on sage and Palo Santos, and so anyway, so
How much is
this
it? Like $30?
it includes shipping, yes.
Okay,
So
good.
yeah,
I
so
think that we should get like a bundle, because a lot of people, I know some people that they're gonna need more than one spray.
oh yeah,
You know,
absolutely,
like a 3-pack.
right?
Right.
Yeah. I mean, this one bottle, guys, has lasted me through 3 Spirit Fest shows. One bottle. Okay, and that's spraying all of my clients that come in for readings. And I was booked nonstop. So
Oh, I'm
this
so
stuff
happy.
really, really lasts. Yeah.
Great.
Yep. So $30, you can order it on marythemedium.com or send me an email, Mary the real Mary the medium, the real
the
Mary
Cooper's house. Yep.
at gmail.com.
Yeah, and don't pay
Goons be
attention to
done.
anybody else that's saying they're Mary D medium, Mary the medium. It's Mary the medium. If you don't see her face and she doesn't have like Jason or me or her
Right. Yeah.
her followers
Right.
commenting, it's not her. People are
Yeah.
trying to pretend to be her right now, and we're
Oh,
trying
sure.
to get ahead of it. But
It's the person pretending to be me has Mary D medium backup page. That's not me, guys. Report
You can
them
tell
and
because there's
block
no
them.
posts. Yeah.
well, no,
Yeah.
they're just posting pictures of you, but none of your friends like it.
Right.
Like,
Right.
and it's just, it's so obvious. I've reported, and by the way, if anybody sees something that's suspicious, please bring it to our attention or report it.
Right. Please do. Okay. Well, guys, thanks so much for hanging out for this part of So You Have a Gift. Now what? So we discussed, you know, setting your intentions, clearing your energy field, setting boundaries
Yeah,
It's like with people, but on a spiritual level. Yeah.
on a spiritual
I've been doing
level.
it with people, and like, yeah, but I don't even know. Maybe one day you'll have to do a show on how to get back out there. Once you've secluded yourself for 6 months,
how to get back out there.
reintroduce yourself to society.
Right.
But well, thank you for
You
everybody
hear
that's
it?
watching live.
What'd you see, Mary?
Oh, I'm hearing boom, 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 boom.
Are they threatening to shoot you, or is it
The last Spirit Fest I was at, and I think that was in Orlando, the wall, I kept hearing this on my wall. Knock, 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 all night long. Knock, knock, knock,
Oh, okay.
knock, knock.
Mary? You need to have a camera. You need to have, like, how the cops have like a body cam.
Yeah,
You need
you
to
know
have
what?
like a Mary cam
Right.
from
I need a head
From your-
camera. I need
right,
a head.
from your perspective. What's it like to be Mary? It's like there's
Oh.
a circus in the background.
Oh yeah, yeah.
A 3-ring one.
So
Step right up, folks. Step right up.
oh my God. Well, guys, okay. So so is this airing Sunday? What's happening? This
No, it's live, but it'll be on the you can watch it whenever now. It'll post to YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Everybody
Yeah.
has their notifications on
The
high.
predictions will air on Sunday
Okay. All right.
that we're
Yeah.
gonna do. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we're gonna sign off and I'll see you guys back in 30 seconds.
Yep. So yep. Give me yep. Yes. Yes,
Okay.
yes. Well,
Oh my
thanks
God,
everyone.
I'm wearing the t-shirt, Brooke.
Should I change?
I mean, we were
Only
recording it
action
for a
anything
live
later.
show. It's not like,
Yeah.
well,
Oh yeah. I gotta spray again. This is crazy.
I'll spray too.
This is crazy. I gotta open the
Hey,
door.
well, all right. Well,
Okay.
All
All
right. Bye, everybody.
thanks everyone. Bye.
right. Bye.